particular one, you know, I said that I love. So he
Right.
has a, a box that's a black garbage bag, and then he pulls it out, and out comes what looks like,
A roll of trash bags.
and it ends up being pants,
Yeah.
right? And I'm like, how cool. And then he has a yellow Parker.
Yes. Like
sort
a
of
raincoat.
Like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
raincoat
exactly.
flying in the air, and the caption says,
We'll all arrive at our destinations.
and it shows. Welcome back to yet another episode of Rosie Talks Life. Uh, I want to thank you all so much for your support, for your encouragement. It has truly been an honor to really bring forth this platform again. We have a couple of interesting segments, but I'm going to talk about that later because I have a cutting edge and up and coming designer. But I want to share something. It's always a little nugget about life that I like to share. So, I've been married for a minute. I've jumped the broom now for over, it's going to be 32 years. I see one of our producers giving me the look. Yes, I jumped the broom. And the man is still with me. God bless me. Anyway, so, when I was a young wife, maybe married for 5 years or so, a lady came to my house. She was a friend, no, she was a sister of someone close to me. And she came to my house as a young wife, and she said to me, as you know, I'm not Jamaican. I am from another island, St. Vincent, proudly so. And my husband happens to be Jamaican. And this lady was Jamaican, and she came to my house and she said, Roseanne, how come you don't cook no like oxtail and curry goat and all them kind of thing? You know, because I don't understand how come you don't smell any of that going on in here. I was 29, and I stopped and I said to her, are you one of those women that comes into another woman's house to tell them how to run their business? And she was shocked because she was older than me. And she goes, no, I just was asking out of curiosity. I said, oh, I'm glad that you cleared that up because otherwise I'd ask you to leave. Take a stance early in your life. Don't make people step over this, their boundaries with you. Out of place. My husband looked like he was starving. My child looked like they were starving. Everybody, I look like I starving. I say all of this to say boundaries, hella important. Even though I was 29, I knew she was taking liberties with me that is unnecessary. I have a policy. If I come to your house and you say take off your shoes at the door, I do so. If I come to your house, you said no smoking, I don't smoke, but I will not. I will respect what you're doing and what your rules and regulations are in your sphere. But when you see you come to my house, the same rules apply. Be respectful. Don't be a bully. Sometimes older people, and we are guilty of that, like to press upon others their will of what they want you to do. Meanwhile, some of them not married, they don't have a relationship or a hope of a relationship, but they can tell you what you're doing wrong. Really, I mean, mind your business. Mind your business. Those are the things that make people understand who they're dealing with on a daily basis. You can be respectful. You know another lesson I learned? Being older doesn't mean you're wiser. Let me say it again. Being older doesn't mean you're wiser and I should be following your advice. Trust and believe. Because I've learned that over the last 2-3 years that sometimes older people have sometimes the poorest behavior. I was shocked that people would blatantly lie, some of them in the name of the Lord. Those people who speak with forked tongue, be careful. If you know your truth, stand in it. If you know what should be done, stand firm. So, don't let people come in your house and tell you what to do. It's not their place. If you know, again, I've mentioned before in another episode, lead with kindness, lead with love, yes. Be respectful, but sometimes some people gotta get cut off. It's only the best thing for your own mental health. Hey, I'm here for any little bits of advice you need, but I'm only here to let you know that stand in your truth and let people respect your boundaries. We'll be right back at Rosie Talks Life. So now, because I remember when I would go out with my friends, I had to check in every time I hit a spot. This is way before cell phones. So I'd have to, if I'm at Joan's house, hi, can I use your phone? I gotta call my mother. Hello, mommy. I'm at Paula's house. Okay, click. Yeah, we're gonna go blah, blah, blah. Okay, bye. Because I couldn't be out there because I was going to get in trouble. I used to always be in trouble. So I kind of had to learn how to negotiate some of this trouble. But now, kids don't care. Is it me? I just remember when that I had to always account for all my breathing seconds because apparently, I was a little problematic. Whatever. But I say this to say, in this time of everybody, including a newborn baby born with a smartphone attached to their palm, we should still check in with our kids. I know we do, but it is really important to know who they're with and when and where. And I know some people have GPS, and I know some people are the other extreme. But it should become like normal as breathing, plain etiquette. Oh, I'm running late or blah, blah, blah. I just remember when I couldn't be out in these streets without letting my mama know where I was. Oh, it was going to be a discussion. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember one.
Babe, where's the pepper sauce? Thank you. Yeah, man. Hall's pepper sauce. No other heat will do.
Hall's pepper sauce can be purchased at Sam's Caribbean Marketplace, located at 225 Hempstead Turnpike in West Hempstead, or purchased online at sams247.com. Welcome back again to Rosie Talks Live. I'm your fearless hostess, the mostest, Rosie. And today I have just this fabulous designer. Oh my goodness, Lucien Sagar. You'll understand why we're giggling. And he came with some of his incredible designs. I call them his friends. We have Giselle and we have Gustav. But we'll get to them in a second. Welcome. Thank you for coming today.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Pleased to be here.
Oh, absolutely. I'm excited. So I'm just going to give a little backstory about us. Because us is a new us.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
That feels like an old.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I tend to be that with people 34 seconds in, but it's all good. So one of the things is that we have a couple of people in common. Susanna and Christian. Yeah. May he rest in peace. And we're going to touch on that. And I said, I'm looking for someone, Susanna, who is cutting edge. And she goes, I have the person for you. And that is how we met. First of all, you're so talented.
Thank you.
I mean,
Thank you. I
and-
appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. And the way that your brain works, it's like I was following your IG, and I'm like, how does that happen? Talk to me.
Hard to describe.
No, but I was along for the ride. Tell me, how does that work?
So just going about everyday life, you
Mhm.
know, and capitalizing on my ideas and honing in on, you know, sudden ideas that come about
Wow.
naturally just by going about my day. And that's basically it in a nutshell, kind of in the simplest terms.
Yeah, but
put
you
it
see,
that
you
way.
trying to make it sound simple, and it's not.
No, it's not.
No,
but-
it's not. Because for you to come up with, and we're going to talk about my girl Giselle and Gustav in a moment. Just
Those
to
are her names, for
Right,
the record.
That's true. That's true. Sue me. Anyway, one of the things that I wanted to acknowledge, right, is that when we were getting to know one another behind the scenes, you explained that the conventional way of college and university really did not speak to you.
Right.
Talk to me a little bit about that.
I just, I come from a background of, you know, somebody, my father always telling me, you know, you have to kind of work for yourself and make your dreams come true. And that kind of always stood out to me a little bit. And it wasn't such a, like you said, conventional household where they said, you know, school is necessary and you have to do this, because we all know the paradigm's kind of broken, you know.
Yes.
Go to school, get good grades, go to college, study something,
Right.
go to a career for 40 years and then retire.
That
Yeah.
doesn't exist anymore.
Exactly. It
Not at
doesn't
all.
really exist.
Right.
All that security and whatnot. So there had to be another way, I
Right.
guess. And not saying that I want to be such an entrepreneur, but just do stuff for myself and make myself happy.
You are an entrepreneur.
You know, yeah.
Oh,
I
no,
guess
no.
it. I
You're
guess
very
it has to
modest.
be.
You're very modest. So I'm going to touch on the glory and the grind,
Right.
right? So, in your market, how many markets would you say you're in right now?
Like countries, for example.
Yes.
So I sell stuff all through my website and some
Yes.
third-party distribution channels on other websites and platforms. But I have about like 14 to 15 countries I have my garments being worn in.
Okay.
And
so-
I take pride in that.
Oh,
I
I
have a little,
am proud of you.
I have a little map in my workroom, and I tick
That-
off like
right,
where they are and what
that's-
you know and what
I would
country.
be like patting myself on the back, but then we look at the other end of the grind
Right,
and the logistics.
right.
Speak to that.
So I kind of am a one-man band at
Yes,
the moment.
you are.
You know, I'm
Which is incredible
designing everything and then
to me. And
also
sewing.
sewing all of it and applying all of
To
the
supply.
garments. Yeah, so it's kind of taxing almost, and
A
also
smidge.
just like the creativity aspect, always having to come up and be new and be relevant. So taking all of that stuff into consideration, it can play a toll, though. I'm figuring out all the steps. I'm doing it
I
all.
think you are. But what I admire about you, and you're quick to say, I also have side gigs, I have other jobs. Because
Right.
you are realistic.
Yes.
Some people could say, I'm an artiste. And then they're,
Yes.
yeah.
I
Go ahead.
I've lived off of it for the past like 3 years or so.
Okay.
I've done that full time,
Mhm.
my design, since 2018. And
Wow.
kind of, I've had odd jobs all throughout then, but worked it full time for about 3 years. And then I have some part-time jobs on the side as well at the moment. I won't say the
No.
company's
No,
name,
no, I
though I don't
understand.
know if they
That's
would like me talking about it, but I'm a tailor on a small tailor team at a bridal shop.
Right.
So
That's
that's
big.
my side gig at the moment.
Right. And you do other hustles as well.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
And I
Always
think
gotta-
why I wanted to highlight that, right? So some people out there could be looking and going saying, yo, look at what he's doing. He's in 14 markets. He's doing his thing. His designs are hot. But they don't understand that there's a real path from you getting from the inception to really hitting that stratosphere.
Right.
That there's a true grind of your hands being dirty, that you have to do so much, you know?
Which I love that, working with my hands and just creating
Yes.
and then just seeing the process, nothing to something. It's
So you're
Very-
so creative, and you know, people see some clips during this interview. There's a particular one that I said that I love. So he
Right.
has a box that's a black garbage bag, and then he pulls it out, and out comes what looks like,
a roll of trash bags.
and it ends up being pants,
Yeah.
right? And I'm like, how cool. And then he has a yellow Parker.
Yes.
for
Like
the
a
li-
raincoat.
Like
Yeah,
a raincoat.
Exactly.
Flying in the air, and the caption says,
We'll all arrive at our destinations.
and it shows it in transition throughout. So it's really the ebb and flow of who you are. You're not just only creative with your words, you're creative with your hands, your mind. You are a creative person.
Thank you.
Oh, absolutely, you are. So, I want to talk about my girl Giselle first.
Okay.
So I'm going to get up for a second, and if you,
Yeah.
and then you could kind of talk me through what's going on with Giselle.
Sure.
Because she's hot. I aspire to be. All right, let's see.
Appreciate
So
it.
let's see here. We have here, tell me a little bit about this design.
So this was, I kind of just threw together like a Schumbots type outfit,
This
you know.
is thrown together, uh-huh.
Yeah, quickly. This was a current day piece, garment, pair of pants that I made, just some lace bell bottoms,
Right.
like leggings.
Where would I wear this?
Where would you wear them?
Uh-huh. Would you say
Wherever you
church?
like.
No, okay, I'm sorry. Sorry, no.
Maybe clubbing.
That's what I'm thinking.
I would
no,
say
no,
club.
but it's, I love it. I love it.
And then this actually was an early piece for me when I started in 2018, started taking it
Okay.
more serious. It was just a scarf
Okay.
that I got the fabric
Oh, this
from
is a
a.
scarf. Oh, yeah, you can
So it
see
is, and then yeah, it's a silk scarf.
Yeah, yeah, nice.
And I got the fabric from a spot called Fab Scrap,
Oh,
and it's kind of where it's upcycling, big in upcycling, and
so it lived another life before.
exactly. It was
Mhm.
actually some thrown away fabric from one of the Coach factories in NYC.
It
in the
almost sounds
city.
like it might have been a lining,
Yeah, right.
right?
It's a-
It feels that
I
way.
really like the skulls
I-
and the pattern.
Oh wait, you said skulls?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a little edgy, but
Oh, you see, I would have never seen. You see, I thought it was flowers. It's a skull.
there's some petals too.
Let's go over. Hi, Giselle. Just give me a moment. I'm gonna go meet Gustav over here. Talk to me a little bit about Gustav.
So this was a sentimental piece for me.
Okay.
As you can see, it has an array of all of this writing, and it almost looks like paper
Yes.
mache kind of. This was wallpaper at one point in
Oh,
my
wow.
house,
Oh wow.
and
Really?
redesigning and taking out
Oh,
the
I
wallpaper.
see what you did.
Right.
Genius, genius.
Thank you. We were taking out the wallpaper in the room and repainting the room.
Children are a great comfort in your old age, and they help you reach it faster too. No lie.
There's a bunch of funny sayings and just life sayings
Right,
on
right.
it. So
Was
it's
this
pretty
in your room?
sentimental to me. It was actually in a bathroom.
In the
believe it
bathroom,
or
but
not.
you always
Yeah.
liked.
It was a very old design
Yeah,
bathroom,
yeah,
like
yeah.
from the 30s, 40s looking.
Oh.
So it was cool. But I just always loved the wallpaper for many different reasons. And when we were discarding it, I said, I don't want to throw it out. I want to
Oh.
repurpose it.
I think I love that. As you said, recycling, and
Yeah.
you could have a seat here. You know, when I look at your work, there always seems to be something else behind it. It's not just
I love detail.
yes. Okay.
And not saying I always have to have a backstory, although I love backstory because it is art, and you know it's nice when there's a little justification and backstory behind
Right.
the piece. Though I also like doing it just for fun, as simple as that. So this,
Right.
there's not much backstory behind these pieces.
The form.
yeah,
On the form. Right.
the women's form. But then totally on the other spectrum,
Right.
this piece has a lot of backstory.
Right.
So I'll do stuff, for meaning, and then sometimes just because I want to, and I take pride in the fun.
But this is a one-of-a-kind piece. You're not going to sell this.
When I first got the idea, I wanted to sell it all as a set. I did like a briefcase for it too, and then you
Okay.
have this bucket hat
geez.
with a veil on
Yeah,
it.
yeah, got it.
I made a tie as well.
Right.
And I wanted to sell it all as a one piece, but I kind of want to reach out to galleries or museums
love
and
that.
get it displayed,
that.
because it still has to be seen by the eye.
Yes.
Yes. But I don't know
It wouldn't
if I'd want to
translate
part
the
with
same
it.
if I wouldn't want to either.
Yeah.
I want to kind of change gears for a second. We talk about a lot kindness and inclusiveness, and sometimes how people may not always understand our direction. And we have, as I said, in common Christian,
Yeah.
who sadly, I think, my goodness, it's maybe 6-7 years or more that he's gone.
Yeah. 2016.
20,
Yeah. The time flies.
It does.
Time is a crazy thing to wrap your head around.
It does. You kind of have a little essence of him when I look at you, but and it was sad to lose him. But you said something about him. I just kind of want where you said that he was to you a kind.
Oh, he was such a genuine person.
Absolutely.
He was probably one of the first ones to give me a genuine, real compliment, And that was by like junior year of high school, I want to say.
And that's
I feel
a
like kids
pivotal
nowadays
yes.
they're afraid to show their true selves, maybe
100%.
if it's, feeling like you're giving your vulnerability up.
Yeah.
Or whatever the rationalization is, but I don't know. I feel like people
And
don't wanna-
and that's such a really, really tricky age.
right.
Because you don't. I think junior high is even worse than high school in terms of the level of coming into your own, people not understanding you.
You think you're growing up and have stuff starting to figure out.
Yes.
It's like
No, it's not. No, it's
got
not.
a lot going.
And
A lot more
I
time.
I'm glad that you had mentioned that story, because it just goes to show that it doesn't matter what age you are, that you can have these different experiences that
Yeah.
stick with you for a lifetime. That this person stopped and said a kind word or supported me in a different way. And, you could hold on to that nugget. And even though he's not here,
Right.
we could still honor and remember.
100%.
Yeah.
That's all you can
Christian
do,
was
yeah.
an awesome young man. I really just want to thank you for coming.
Of course. Pleased to be here.
sharing. Oh my goodness. It's I hope we will meet again. And again, as I said to another guest, don't try to avoid my call. Because when you become big and you have 2 executive assistants and you try not to take my call, I will find you.
I always remember where I came from.
No,
of
but I will
course.
find you. Yeah, okay. All right, but again,
Liam
thank you.
Neeson.
I know. I will find. Okay, stop. So, again, thank you so much for being here. Please tell them how they could find you.
So since I'm the designer, it's just basically my name, first and last name.
Let them know.
Lucien Sagar. I'm
What's
sure
your IG
you'll
handle?
probably
Yeah.
spell it out maybe in
Right,
the
so at
description. And
Lucien
it's
Sagar.
at Lucien Sagar, as well as my website, luciensagar.com.
Right, and you can go and see what he has and, explore that. So again, thank you, Lucien, for coming. Only the best for you.
Thank you.
Continued success.
Thank you.
You're going to inspire many. You
I
already
hope.
have. You already have. And again, we'll be back here at Rosie Talks Live. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You are somebody who is community-based.
From ever since my dad and my mom, my 2 aunts, when my Chinese aunt came here at 25, she went right in NAACP. She became the secretary, coordinator, make money for them, and I used to travel with her all of these places.
Wow.
And I learned a lot from her about community work. We're always in community.
Stick a pin. So, In 1962, Jamaica had independence. And then your husband, Randy, wrote a song.
Yes, independent Jamaica.
Right. And then did both of you come up to the World Fair up here?
I didn't come at that time, but Byron Lee came
Wow.
and he gave the world reggae music.
And even though they didn't really know it, how was it received though?
I think good because music in a whole is such a powerful tool that it brings people together. Even if you don't know what it's saying, the music and the beat, it's such a powerful
You're not
way of
lying.
connecting people.
Because forgive me, there's so many people now who claim to be Jamaican because it's like the cool thing, it's
Yes.
what they want. So, when we were going to school, used to be saying, you're Jamaican because you're not real. But it goes to show the influences like you and many others that really made it become mainstream.
When I went to Alaska,
Oh,
in
my
Alaska, and I was coming off the ship,
Mm-hmm.
three-piece band singing One Love, and I said, oh God,
That must have given you cold bumps,
Oh
though.
my God, I feel so happy and proud. I said, oh my God, look how far our music goes.